All right, I'm gonna walk you through editing the big or large holiday bow, big holiday bow. Um, the first thing you want to do is click anywhere on the image and go up to the top and click position. Depending on what version of Canva you're in, this could be on the left side, it could be on the right side, but mine's over here. So the first thing I'm gonna do is what I call the texture, which is this top layer. I'm gonna grab this little 6 ellipses here and I'm gonna drag this to the bottom underneath everything. The reason I do this is it just makes it easier to edit the images underneath without this being in the way. We'll bring this back to the top once we're done, but we're gonna bring this to the bottom now. And you see you just get like a red plain bow. The texture is what makes it look realistic. So if you want to change any colors of this, you could just click on it, and at the top you'll get a little color swatch here that you can click on and then change that to whatever color you want, just like that. And that pretty much is the same for everything. You just click on it, and these will just be solid colors. And then I'll kind of just excuse me, I'll kind of just go through this and just make them kind of random. You could even add gradients, which is totally fine. And we'll just kind of just blow through this real fast and just show you what this looks like with the solid colors once it's all filled in. And obviously you can make them all the same color. That's totally up to you. You could do whatever you want. This is just showing that they could be whatever, anything. Excuse me. And the way at the back is a bow that's for the whole entire thing. And the reason I just left this there is if somebody wanted to make it one solid color, you could just bring, I'll show you this real quick. I'm going to bring my texture to the top, and now we have the colored bow. And if maybe you want the colors a little bit brighter, you can click on the texture and take the transparency down a little bit. That'll make the colors pop a little bit more. I like to have the shadows in there kind of heavy just because that's kind of the way I like it, because it makes the highlights pop. But that's just a personal preference, and so you can adjust this transparency to however you like. And like I said, if you take this other one that's the full entire bow and bring that to the top of the stack, it'll be the entire bow, and you could just change the color of that entire bow if you wanted to. Now, the reason that I have this all broken up this way is mainly because I like when the patterns are not flowing from loop to loop, because that wouldn't be real in real life. You would not have a circle that goes between here and here. It just doesn't work that way. And I'll show you what I mean real quick, just so you can have an idea. If I do add a circle to this, and I'm gonna make it a bright color so we can see it, I'll make it red, and then I drag it to just below here, you can see how the circle then jumps from loop to loop. That would not happen in real life. That's not possible. So what I did is I separated these out so you can add patterns to each one of these so that they look like it looks more natural. So again, I'm going to take my texture, I'm going to move to the back because it's just easy to work with. I'm going to go to my uploads where I uploaded a pattern. I'm going to drag it into the first top bow. Now, I did make it so that the left and right are the same, so you don't have to do it for every single one, but the left and right will be the same. And I'm just going to just drag these in here just like this, and then I'm going to see how it looks. And if it looks like I need to adjust anything, all I need to do is double click, and then I can make it bigger or smaller. I can move it down or up or anywhere inside there. So that it doesn't look like it's all flowing. And then the same thing for the middle. I'm going to drag this in here. This obviously I need to make bigger so it doesn't look so small in there. And then I can kind of position however I want. And then the same thing for the outsides, which is right here. And I'm going to make that bigger again. And same thing, I'm going to make it so that it doesn't line up with the middle, because I don't want it to line up because it looks better without it. And then the back, I'll go to position again, and then the actual all the way to the back, I'll just match this to the blue just like that, or I can make it red on the inside, whatever you want. And then once that's all done, I'll just drag the texture back to the top, and there you go. There's your realistic bow. Now, the cool thing about this is that now what I could do is I could just export this as a PNG. So we're going to go download, and I don't have, this is all done in the free version, by the way. I don't have the paid version, as you can see. So I'm going to just download it as big as it'll let me. I'll download that. And then I'm going to re-upload it, and I'll show you why here in a second. I'm going to make a new one here. I'm going to make this 15 by 15. There's the large bow. That's It's going to download, create a new one. And now I'm going to upload. And keep in mind, you don't need to do it this way. You can just group this all together and use this as you like. Or you can do what I'm doing, and that way now you just have this one image of the bow, and now you can just kind of copy it and use it as however you like. And then of course you can come back over here and change everything and then export it again. Now keep in mind, because I don't have the free version, because I don't have the paid version, I'm working the free version, I don't have transparency backgrounds. With the paid version, you would not have white here. There will not be white in the paid version. This is only in the free version, because the free version you can't download a PNG. But if you do group this together, if I group this together and I copy it and I paste it over here, it will have a transparent background. And this is the free version. You can see that. So if I put something behind this, let's just show you what that looks like. Let's do a square. I'm going to make this really big and just kind of go to position and drag it to the back. So you can see that the one that I copied, that's the group from the image that I edited, it has a transparent background as opposed to what I downloaded, because I have the free version. So depending on what version you have, you might want to go this route. And remember, this is still completely editable because it's just grouped together. If I ungroup this, you'll see all the layers again. And I'll just show that real quick. Ungroup, and you can see all the layers. I'm going to keep that grouped, and now I can just size this up and down however much I want, and I can copy it and I can twist it. And now what's cool is now I can just edit this one independently. So let's say I'll ungroup this one. Now I just want this one to be one color. I can just drag this to the top. Oh, I had everything. I just dragged that to the top, and now I can change the color of that to that blue. Maybe I want a little bit brighter, so I can just bring the opacity down of that top layer. Oh, actually the blue just needs to be a better blue. Let's do that real quick. There we go. There we go. So there, so now you have, and I can group that all back together again. That way it's one image. So there you go. So that's how you can edit these bows, and you can just have as many as you want in any color and any texture. Hope this video gets you what you need to do, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.